Good morning, student. Today in class 6 geography, I will continue from where I have explained in my previous video. I was explaining about this map, world map, the different rivers, okay, important rivers, because we studied before this rivers are useful in multiple ways, and these are some important rivers. Then I got one suggestion from one or two student, one student, that my voice was not clear or audible. uh, I don't know what was the reason behind it, but it was good that you gave me this feedback that my voice was not clear. So today I will speak little louder so that my voice becomes audible to you all. Okay. So today we start with lakes. Okay. Up to rivers we have explained. So what is a lake? A lake is a water body surrounded by land on all sides. Okay. So lake is a body of water which is surrounded by land from all sides. That is called a lake. Lakes are created when depression on the surface of the land gets filled with water. So how lake is created? Lake is created when depression, that is when the land, depression means low land. Okay, that is that land is, the level of that land is below, okay, then the surrounding area. So it is a lowland, you can call it like this. Just I am drawing over here, okay, like this. Okay, when it is a lowland, this is called a lowland. So what happens over here, because of rain or because of anything, water, river, okay, it gets filled with water, and so this depression or this take the shape of a lake, and it is surrounded by land from all side. I hope now you have understood what is a depression and how it is filled with water. Lakes are bigger and deeper than ponds. Okay, so lakes are bigger in size and they are also deeper than ponds. Pond is a small pond example you can see just in front of our primary section. Okay, in front of our primary section you will see that one pond is there, water. Okay, so that is a pond. Generally ponds are used for fishing to okay. So lakes are bigger in size and deeper, it is bigger. For example of lakes, the Dal Lake in Kashmir, okay, the famous Dal Lake of Kashmir, or the Chilka Lake in Orissa. If you go to Orissa, Chilka Lake is very famous over there. Okay, and because of dolphin river, dolphins can be seen in the Chilka Lake. So these are two important lakes. Beside this, there are many other lakes also. Lake Sambar is there. Some of the famous lakes around the world are the Lake Omega of Russia. Okay, important lake of Russia, Omega. Then Lake Titicaca of Bolivia. Okay, Titicaca is in South America, Bolivia. Bolivia is the country. It is one of the highest lake in the world, Titicaca. Then Lake Victoria of Africa. Lake Victoria is the lake from where the river Nile originates. Okay, river Nile originates from Lake Victoria of Africa. And the five lakes of USA, five great lakes of USA. Five great lakes of USA are Lake Erie, Lake Superior, Lake Huron, okay, Lake Ontario. So these are the important five lakes of USA. Then source of water in a lake may be groundwater or surface water or both. So what is the source of water? Okay, maybe the groundwater. This is the low. It is very deep, and so from inside the earth, okay, the groundwater seeps out and it gets filled. Or maybe a river which is flowing in this lake. So this river brings water, okay, to this lake. So in this way it can be source of water can be the river that flow in that lake or from the groundwater. Okay, so then lakes may be fresh water or salt water lake. Fresh water means sweet water. The water that we can use for drinking or for cooking, that is called fresh water lake. And salt water, where salty, like sea water, the water of the sea or ocean, it is salty, which you cannot use for any for drinking or for cooking. Okay, that purpose. So lake can be either freshwater lake or saltwater lake. Lake Baikal, the largest lake of the world by volume of water, alone contains one fifth of the total fresh water of the world. So Lake Baikal, it is in Russia. It is one of the largest and lake by volume of water. That is plenty of water it contains. It is one of the deepest lake also. Okay, Lake Baikal. It is in Russia and contains one fifth of total fresh water of the world. Then enormous inland lakes with saline water are also called inland seas. Okay, that is some sea which is inland, means enters the land area, and so it is called inland sea. For example, Bering Sea, Caspian Sea, then Aral Sea, then Caribbean Sea, North Sea, Black Sea, etc. So these are uh, some of the important inland seas that are found in the world. Then, while some lakes are permanent, others are temporary, which dry up during summer. So, some lakes are permanent. That means throughout the year, water is there. That lake have plenty of water, and that lake doesn't become dry. While others are temporary. Temporary in the sense that during the summer season, when there is no rain or those lakes become dry. Okay, dry. They dry up during summer, so they are temporary lakes. Did you understand? Permanent lake, throughout the year they have water. Even during the summer season, there is water. But some lakes are temporary because during the summer season they dry up. No water is left in those lakes. So there could be man-made lakes. Okay, that is many lakes are there which are man-made. Okay, man-made means we dig the land and fill it with water. Okay, so it is man-made, like reservoirs. These lakes can be called reservoirs, where water is stored, so that in lean season, especially during the summer season when there is shortage of water, uh, the water of these lakes can be used for various purpose. Okay, then reservoirs constructed along with the dams to store water, so that the main purpose is to store water. For example, the lakes in Bhakra Nangal project and the Hirakud dam. So these are two important uh, 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 dam. Okay, one is Bhakra Nangal project, which is in and one is Hirakud dam. So in these two dam, these reservoirs are made, or lakes, man-made lakes, in which plenty of water is stored. So you can see the picture of a lake. Okay, you can see that this is a lake surrounded by land from all sides. Okay, and the source of water can be a river flowing. Suppose this is a river. This river comes and flow in this lake, so the water is stored. From this side one river is flowing, and so it comes and join this lake, so water is stored. So either can be from surface water, or also from underground water, from beneath the surface of the uh, bed of this lake. Okay, so today we will discuss lakes. Then in my next class, I will discuss about water pollution. Okay, water pollution I will discuss in my next video. Till then, you read this chapter and write the inside questions. If you have any doubt, you can ask me regarding related to this chapter. Any doubt, any question, you can ask me. Okay, thank you.